It was dark, and servants of hell were gathering in the valley ahead. A horde of demons and witches that had travelled from miles around to congregate. Their leader was a monstrous demon with 3 eyes. I walked on into the darkness for a while, then I summoned my wolves. Tooth, claw, blood, bone, hide and hair. They weren't real. Each was a gristle, and therefore only a magical creation. But they were real enough to help tear our enemies apart. My name is Wulf. For a time, I had trained as a spook's apprentice. But now, I was a tulpar, one with the magical skill to create such beasts. The wolves bounded towards me out of the darkness. "There, boys, calm down now." I fell to my knees and patted each of them in turn. They were really hungry. Good. I walked on and they took up their usual positions, 3 on my right and 3 on my left. The saliva from their open jaws glistened in the moonlight as it dripped onto the grass. We'd almost reached the top of the valley now, and my heart was starting to beat faster with anticipation and excitement. There was a faint sound then, carried upon the breeze. It brought the wolves to a sudden halt, their ears flattening backwards. I heard it too. We were listening to distant music. Pan was playing his pipes. Some warriors went into battle with the sound of drums to encourage them. I had the pipes of Pan to rouse me to action. I was the Chippenden spook, dealing with the dangers from the dark that beset the county. Ghosts, ghasts, boggarts, and witches. Now I was about to fight a larger battle against forces that had gathered here in vast numbers. They wanted to destroy me. Because I was no ordinary spook. I was doing more than just keeping local ghouls at bay. I was fighting a war. Once, I'd sworn I would serve no god, but in truth, I was fighting now on behalf of one of the old gods, Pan. Pan had decided to exterminate the worst demons of the dark, and I was being used as his instrument. He could not fight them directly, or he would be destroyed. Years earlier, he had fought the god called Golgoth, the Lord of Winter, and had barely survived, taking years to fully regain his strength. He would not risk that again, and so avoided open conflict against those that opposed him. Thus, a proxy war was being fought against entities who served their masters. They cared nothing for their own survival. They were driven only by a desperate need to destroy me. Well, good luck to them. "Seeds!" I cried. Suddenly, my mouth filled with bitter seeds, and I spat them onto the ground directly in front of me. This very useful gift had come from Pan. When I called for the seeds, they would come to me and I could use them to create a defensive wall round whatever I wanted. Within moments of the seeds hitting the ground, thorny vines erupted from the earth and began to race left and right like green fire to encircle the valley. They would soon form an impenetrable barrier with only one entrance, which was directly ahead of me. "Sword!" I commanded, and there was a pleasing rasp as I heard it insert itself into the empty scabbard upon my back. There was a louder rasp as I reached over my left shoulder and drew it, gripping it firmly with both hands. Then I gave a third command. "Thorn!" Immediately, a silver orb floated down towards me out of the darkness, moving and melding in shape quickly to become a grinning, black-skirted girl bristling with blades. Thorn was a witch assassin, a dead one, and the companion of my old witch ally Gremolkin. She had come from the dark at my summons to help me fight our enemies. The mass of creatures below in the valley was formidable, but I had chosen the time and place of our encounter. After taking up residence in the Chippenden house, I had shown myself in the village as the new spook. That had been enough to draw the beasts here. Now, I had to deal with them.